All right, let's move on to lesson 5 in chapter 6. I am on page 482 in your notes. Now you'll notice with these two steps, you're also going to see the distributive property. So if you look at letter A, you have a 2 on the outside. You have to multiply everything inside by 2. So you have a 2 times an x, a 2 times a 4, and that gives you 2x plus 8 and equals 20. Then you can go through and solve your two-step equation. So we're going to subtract 8 on both sides. That's going to give us 2x on this side, 12 on this side. Then we're going to divide by 2. That's going to give us x equals 6. And then we are going to plug in. Let's see if that works out. Make sure you always go back to plug into the original. And that gives us 2 times 10, which is 20. So we know 6 was a good answer for that one. All right, let's look at letter C. That negative 7 has to be multiplied by everything inside. So that gives us negative 42 plus negative 7d equals 49. We're going to first get rid of the negative 42, so we're going to add a 42 on both sides. That cancels that out. You're left with negative 7d equals 91. And then we're going to divide by 2. I'm sorry, divide by 2. Divide by negative 7. And that cancels out. And you are left with negative 13. All right, and then we're going to check it. So you have negative 7 times 6 plus negative 13. Does that equal 49? And inside that does give you negative 7. So negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. So that means D equals negative 13 is a good answer. All right, and then the same thing with the next page. There's some examples there or where you have a rational coefficient, fractions, decimals. You're just going to do the same thing. Let's do letter D together. You're going to take that 1/4 times everything inside. So 1/4 D, and then 1/4 times 3. Remember, you can make that 3 over 1. That gives you 3/4, and it's going to equal negative 15. And then you would just go through and do your two steps. So you would add 3/4 on both sides. You're left with 1/4 D on this side, and this side's a negative 15 plus a positive 3/4. So be careful with that because you have a negative and a positive. So that's technically like subtracting. So negative 14 and 1/4. All right, and then you would divide by 1/4 on both sides. And that's going to give you D equals, and then this, you can work out. So you have, we're going to turn that into an improper. You can use your calculator too. Actually, I'm going to check it on my calculator. You can show the work. I was going to go through all the work with you, but if you have your calculator on you, go ahead and plug that in. It'll just save you some time. So 14 and 1/4 divided by 1/4 is going to give you 57. You could do your keep, change, flip if you want to. So let's go and check this then. 1/4 times 57 minus 3. Does that give us negative 15? Oh, and it looks like we forgot our negative. So that's, yep. Make sure you have your negative with your 57. All right, so you have 1/4. Inside, we're going to change it to a plus negative. So that's going to give you a negative 60. Does that equal negative 15? Well, this is like saying negative 60 divided by 4, which is negative 15. Again, you can use your calculator if you want to. So that means negative 57 is a good answer. Now, I caught myself because I didn't use a negative in my answer when I was going to check it. So that's why we do the check steps, to go back and make sure everything looks okay. Positives, negatives, fractions, decimals, adding, subtracting with integers.